Hi all, welcome back to new session of Writing for Academic and Professional Success. And today's topic is mechanics and conventions of writing. Your academic writing is complete only when you complete with the mechanics and conventions of writing specified for your discipline. And it means you have to adhere to punctuation rules and stylistic restrictions. And your writing should how your writing should show your respect for academic integrity. Okay, and the first one, the points. Academic writing is different in a certain way, and academic writing follows some rules, and academic writing becomes perfect when its mechanics and conventions are followed appropriately, and formal tone and objectivity are the two important qualities of academic writing, and adhering to rules of punctuation and following a specific style guide are essential in academic writing. From that, first point is punctuation. Punctuation is essential for the reader to understand what you intend to say. Punctuation is essential for the reader to understand what you intended to say. And wrong punctuation can cause miscommunication, and the punctuation marks are the traffic signals of language. So the punctuation marks are the traffic signals of language. They tell us to slow down, notice this, take a detour, and stop. Okay, and the punctuation's key points, that is a bunch of marks or signs used to bring clarity of expression in writing, and punctuation helps the writer clearly convey the message and brings accuracy in writing and strengthens the arguments and helps emphasize the major idea discussed in the paper or article. Then the last point, that is a wrong use of punctuation makes the ideas vague and complicates meaning. Okay, and wrong use of punctuation is often looked at as a sign of imperfect education, and give special attention to punctuation marks. And first one is a comma and colon, semicolon, period, brackets, parenthesis, dash, hyphen, and quotation marks. These are the main punctuation marks in academic writing. Okay, first one is a comma. A comma can be used in a variety of ways. Commas are the most frequently used punctuation marks, and use a comma after certain introductory words or phrases, and use commas to separate words and words groups in a series of 3 or more items, and use a comma to separate two adjectives when the adjectives are interchangeable. And in sentence, where two independent clauses are joined by connectors such as and, or, but, etc., put a comma at the end of first rule. And to set off a chord from the rest of the sentences, and to list nouns in a sentence, and to separate interpreting words and expressions in a sentence. These are the main usages of a comma. And the second one is semicolon. Semicolon's usages, that is, use a semicolon to separate two sentences when there is no coordinating conjunctions such as and, but, or, no, for. And if the two sentences are joined by conjunctive adverbs such as however, consequently, therefore, or moreover, use a semicolon. Use a semicolon before the conjunctive adverb and a comma after it. And use a semicolon to separate two sentences joined with a coordinating conjunction when commas are contained within either of the sentence. And use a semicolon to separate items in a series if there are commas within the items. And a semicolon can also be used to replace a period. Okay, these are the main usages of semicolon. And the third one is colon. Colon To introduce a series of items in a list, to introduce explanations, or to begin or introduce a quotation, or to separate two independent clauses where the first introduces or explains the second. These are the main usages of colon. And the fourth one is double quotation mark, to quote something and to show quotations inside quotations, and to set off titles of essays, journals and magazines, articles, poems and short stories. These are the main usages of a double quotation mark. And fifth one is a single quotation mark. That is to emphasize a word or a term, or to show a quotation inside a quotations. And the next one, apostrophe, to show contractions and possession, and use an apostrophe to show omissions and contractions are not common in academic writing. Okay, and the seventh one is a parenthesis and the bracket, to enclose information that clarifies the meaning of the preceding or following sentence, or to expand abbreviations and to insert datas. And in academic writing, parentheses are used to give in text citations, and brackets are used to insert a clarification, a translation, parentheses within parentheses, a change in capitalization. So the parentheses are or they are used to set off a non-essential information in a sentence, and they are also used to explain something. Okay, and the next one, dash. It is also known as M dash, and it is slightly different from N dash and hyphen. And dash is 3 times longer than a hyphen. Okay, a dash is also called M dash, and it should be differentiated from hyphen, which is much shorter. Okay, and next one is a period. Period is a use period at the end of a statement. It's use a period at the end of a statement, and use a period after an abbreviation and a sentence ending with question marks or exclamation marks do not require a period. And in sentences ending with a parenthesis, and the period is placed outside parenthesis. And if a parenthesis contains a full sentence, the period is placed inside parenthesis. So period is a full stop. Okay, and the last one is capitalization. Capitalize the title of a book and capitalize the initial letters of the words in the title of an article or essay, chapters of a book, and title of journals. And prepositions and coordinating conjunctions are not capitalized unless they are the first word in a title, and capitalize the first word after a period or a full stop, and capitalize proper nouns and adjectives delivered from proper nouns. And the last point, that is capitalize days of the week and months of the year, brand names and historical events, name of institution, nicknames, races, nationalities and regions. Okay, and this is all from the topic punctuation, and thank you all for your cooperation and happy learning. Stay safe, stay home. Thank you.